It will feel so good to you to rediscover your own personal empowerment. We see so many of you standing in a place that you don't want to be, with all kinds of uncontrollable circumstances surrounding you. You can't control your economy. You can't control your government. You can't control what's going on with terrorism and violence around. You can't control your own children. You can't control what's going on in your experience. And yet you keep feeling like if you could just control that, and if you could just control that, if you could just find the power to control those circumstances, then you would feel better. And we want today to show you the difference between what you think of as control or power and what we know is ultimate control and empowerment. In other words, when you are wanting to control someone, think about something all out of whack and you are feeling bad as you are observing it. Whether it's about your world economy, whether it's about your own personal experience, something that you cannot control. There are too many moving parts, and as you attempt to control it, you can't. Well, that feeling of control is right over there next to the fear that you've been feeling, right next to the despair that you've been feeling. That control that you try to muster is right there with revenge and anger, isn't it? That feeling of control that so many people want is way over there on the emotional scale, right next to your greatest disempowerment, where empowerment is on the opposite end of the emotional scale. Empowerment is you being in vibrational alignment or in vibrational sync with who you really are. That's your ultimate empowerment, you see. And yet there are so many people who are really against the idea of seeking any sort of control, because in seeking control there is a sort of not letting go. And we want you to understand that we agree. You cannot let go and allow who you really are when you are seeking power or when you are seeking control. But if you can find today, and we will lay it out for you in such obvious way, if you can find today the difference between control, which is an outside the vortex attempt at moving circumstances and events in order to get things in a place that they feel better, and true empowerment, which is getting into the vortex and therefore in alignment with who you really are, you will discover some keys that will feel like magic to you. Subtle differences in terminology, huge differences in vibration. And when you discover alignment with this energy that creates worlds, you will find true empowerment. You will find the empowerment that you came forth to express through your creative lens.